Hey, shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatham to the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Thun by Shem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. Priest and officer 500 Bakwa Shemal, holding down the I.S.U.P.K headquarters history class. Started off like always, let's give the Lord a hand. You understand? Native Indians, men, women, and children, we are special and holy to the Lord. And we have to start acting so, man. You understand? Our brothers and our sisters have to start acting so. Have to start following these laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High God, so that we can show the earth and show the Lord that we appreciate Him. First and foremost, show the Lord that we appreciate Him, and show the earth just how mighty we are, man. You understand? Today we're gonna talk about our sisters, and we're gonna bring up history books and talk about the value of a sister, man. And when I say sister, I'm not just talking about any woman. I'm talking about a sister, man. A woman of the Lord. You understand? We're going to show you how valuable that sister is. Because all women nowadays are following behind this damn heathen, man. Right. All women nowadays have been corrupted and polluted with the ways of this world. And they don't want to abide by what the Lord says. They don't want to obey and serve no man. You understand? But the sisters of foretime, man, those are some hardcore sisters, man. Those are some hardcore sisters that absolutely loved and served the Lord and served their husbands, man. You understand? They followed orders. They obeyed their people. They obeyed the man in front of them.
Right.
And them sisters was righteous and great, man. And valuable, man. The scriptures say that who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above rubies, man. That's worth more than anything, man. You think these brothers want a big booty or a woman with some money? They want a woman that listens, a woman that helps, that doesn't add to the stress of the world.
Right.
A woman that'll help take away the stress and pain of the world, man. A valuable sister, man. And we're going to read this book of Esther. And we're going to read our history books. And we're going to tell our sisters just how beautiful and valuable they were, man. Show them where they come from, man. Show them all the beautiful traits that they forgot about, man. Let's get the book of Esther, Baba Kushah.
God.
We're going to go to Esther. We could go. We don't even really need one. We can start at 1. You can read 1 and 1.
God. Verse 1.
It's right after Nehemiah. Right after Nehemiah.
Esther chapter 1, verse 1. It's the book before Job. Slow.
This is Esther, right?
She's an apostle.
That's an apocryphal?
This is Apocryphal.
Oh. Yeah.
That's the
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's got it.
We understand right there.
Salakia. Sister has it. The book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 1. You want the Esther in the Bible or the Bible? Esther chapter 1, verse 1. Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus. This is Ahasuerus, which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia, over 127 provinces.
Now this king, right? He was in control. He was running things, man. He was running things in this time period. He thought he was the man. He had control over a lot of the land. You understand? Yeah, keep on going, Bible check.
God, verse 2, that in those days when the king Ahasuerus sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan, the palace. Verse 3, in the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants, the power of Persia and Media, and nobles and princes of the provinces.
And he threw a party, right? He threw a big party with all the royalty people.
Being before him, verse 4, when he showed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of his excellent majesty many days, even 180 days.
180 days. They was partying for a minute, you understand? They was doing what they was doing. Let's drop down to verse 12.
God, verse 12. But the queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment by his chamberlains.
And the king, right, him being so high and mighty, he sent out for this woman. He sent out for this queen, whatever, to come and join him. And she refused, you understand? And being in power and being all that powerful, you know, you start to believe and think that you can have whatever you want. You
Right.
understand? So you know this didn't sit too well with him. Let's keep reading.
Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burned in him.
And his anger burned him. So he was angry because he didn't get his way. He didn't get what he wanted. You understand? Let's drop that. Let's go to chapter 2.
God.
We're going to go to 2 and 1.
Esther chapter 2, verse 1. After these things, when the wrath of the king, after these things, when the wrath of King Ahasuerus was appeased, he remembered Vashti and what she had done and what was decreed against her.
He was angry with this woman because she didn't obey his commandment. Let's keep reading.
Verse 2. Then said the king's servants that ministered unto him, let there be fair young virgins sought for the king.
And they said, let's go get a bunch of different women. You understand? Don't worry about that woman. Let's go get you a bunch of women. Get you a trail. Keep going, sir.
Verse 3. And let the king appoint officers in all the provinces of his kingdom, together all the fair young virgins unto Shushan the palace, to the house of the women, unto the custody of Hedge, the king's chamberlain. And let their king, and let purification be given them. Verse 4. And let the maiden which pleaseth the king be queen instead of Vashti. And the thing pleased the king.
And now his servants told him, let's go get a bunch of girls, right? We're going to put them in this house of the women. You understand? Where your servant watches over all these women. And whichever one you like the most, whichever one pleases you, whichever one makes you happy, whichever one obeys you the most and serves you the most and does what you like, then you can make her queen. And we can move that lady right up out of here, man. And he liked that. He liked that idea because that woman denied him. Right. She denied his extended for invitation. And he was angry. So he's like, we're going to remove her. We're going to put somebody else there. You understand? Let's drop down to verse 17.
God, verse 17. And the king loved Esther.
And the king what?
Loved Esther.
And the king loved Esther. You understand? Because Esther didn't want anything from the king, man. The king was asking all the women there, like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Anything you want, you can have. Esther didn't want anything from him. You understand? This is a righteous sister. So I don't want anything from you. You understand? Because she was so righteous and so much in tune with the Lord and so obedient and a good woman, she didn't ask this man for anything. She didn't want nothing from him. And there's a reason for it. We're going to get to the reason later. But she didn't want anything from this guy. And the king loved her. He was absolutely head over heels with Esther because he's never met a woman like that. You understand? Because this woman was special.
Right.
This woman was holy. She was different from all the other women that was in that woman's house.
Right.
You understand? She was different from all the other young virgins that they brought to the king to try to make him happy. She was very different. We're going to find out why she was so different and so special and so holy. Let's keep reading.
God, verse 17. And the king loved Esther above all the women, and she obtained grace and favor in his sight.
And she obtained in his sight. You understand? Grace is a good word. That's a good thing that people have for you, man. Right. You understand? Some grace. That's higher than respect, man. You understand? That's damn near honoring her.
God.
He had grace and favor for Esther, man, because she was a special and a holy woman. Let's keep reading.
More than all the virgins.
More than all the other virgins, man. More than all those women that he had in that little house where he was just keeping women for his pleasure.
Right. So that he set the royal crown upon her head and made her queen instead of Vashti.
And he loved Esther so much that he made her a queen. He gave her power. You understand? He gave her a position of power and made her royalty because of how special she was, man. You understand? Because of the grace and favor he had for her. Let's keep reading.
Verse 18. Then the king made a great feast unto all his princes and his servants, even Esther's feast. And he made a release to the provinces and gave gifts according to the state of the king.
And he threw another big party. He loved to get down, man. He even threw a party for Esther. You understand? Because that's how much he liked her. That's how much he loved her.
Right.
That's how much respect he had for her. That's how much he honored her.
Right.
After he made her a queen. Let's keep reading.
Verse 19. And when the virgins were gathered together the second time, then Mordecai sat in the king's gate. Verse 20. Esther had not yet showed her kindred nor her people, as Mordecai had changed her, Salaka had charged her. For Esther did the commandment of Mordecai, like as when she was brought up with him.
So obviously now we understand that Mordecai and Esther, they have a relationship. They know each other. They still brought up together. But Esther's here and she's in the grace with the king and she's in the mix. You understand? She done been made royalty. He done put a crown on her head and made her a queen. He's throwing feasts and parties for her. You understand? And she's not telling anyone who she is, where she's from, who her brothers and sisters are.
Right.
You understand? Because Mordecai, this man that she grew up with, that she knows, told her not to.
Right.
You understand? She is obeying this order. She is obeying this order, even though this king made her a queen, even though right now she might be in a position to have more power than this brother in the world's eyes. You understand?
Right.
And the people that they're among, in their eyes, she's royalty and he's probably a nobody. And she's respecting and obeying what this man says.
Come.
With the crown on her head, with a crown on her head, being told she's queen, she is not doing what Mordecai told her not to do.
Right.
You understand? That's something that's heavy. And sisters need to catch on to, man. You understand? Because you know we live in a world right now where sisters might make a couple more dollars than a brother because this oppressor's so evil and vindictive that he wants to lure your women in. Right. He wants to make them feel good so that they can make you feel like garbage.
Right.
And they think because they make a little bit more money that they should be in control.
Right.
When the Lord says that the man is the head of the household.
Right.
The man is above the woman. And you know who knew that? Esther knew that.
Right.
That's why Esther, with this crown on her head, being called the queen, is not doing what Mordecai told her not to do.
Come.
Let's drop that. Let's go to verse 3 and let's go to chapter 3 and verse 1.
God. Esther chapter 3 verse 1. After these things, the king Ahasuerus promote Haman, the son of Haman Medatha, the Agagite, and set his seat above all the princes that were with him.
And now this guy here, right? This guy Haman got promoted. He got promoted for the king, and now he's above all the princes that were with the king. Let's keep reading.
God. Verse 2. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed, for the king had so commanded concerning him. But Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence. And
now Mordecai, you understand, didn't bow at this man. You understand? Right. Because Mordecai knew what really happened. Right. Mordecai gave that heads up of what was going on. Mordecai had informed them about these two brothers that wanted to do harm to the king. And when they got word, they hung those two brothers. You understand? They hung those two people. Probably wasn't brothers. They hung those two people. You understand? And this man's getting the credit and getting raised and promoted. And Mordecai sitting there, knowing what's going on, and he didn't bow. He's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not bowing to you. You understand? So Mordecai didn't bow. Let's read what happened.
Verse 3. Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, Why transgressest thou the king's commandment? Verse 4. Now it came to pass when they and he hearkened not unto them, that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matters. He had told them that he was a verse 5. And then and when Haman bowed not, nor did reverence, then was Haman full of wrath.
And this Haman cat, right? He was angry. And he was extra angry because he found out that Mordecai was a child of God.
Right.
He said, you got the nerve to be a child of God, who he's probably looking at as a slave and a captive and somebody that's at the bottom of the earth. The same way the oppressor looks at so-called blacks and Spanish Indians right now today. You understand? With that same dirty, disgusting, filthy, disgraced look. You understand? And he said, you have the nerve to not bow to me, and you're a Jew, and you're a child of the Lord. You have the nerve not to bow to me. You understand? Let's keep reading.
Verse 6. And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had shown him the people of Mordecai. Wherefore Haman the Jews.
So the what?
Destroyed all the Jews.
Nasty man, Haman, just like all the other nasty, disgusting heathens of the earth, he wanted to destroy all the Jews. He wanted to kill all the Lord's people. He said, you got the nerve to be a Jew and be here. I want you dead, and I want your people dead.
Right.
You understand? I want them gone, wiped off the face of this earth. I don't want them around my people.
Right.
Let's keep reading.
That worked throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus, even of Mordecai.
Even the people of Mordecai. You understand? So he wanted to deal with them. He wanted them killed. You understand? And the people of Mordecai. And there's something lingering. We read earlier that Esther, hold on, come with you, sis. That Esther, the lady that was crowned queen, the one who has all this power and is sitting at this royalty feast, she's obeying the words of this Mordecai.
Right.
She's following orders from Mordecai. So we're going to get into who they are. We're just going to bring out, sis.
Mordecai was a Jew too?
Hell yeah, Mordecai was a Jew. It's a locket. But yeah, he's a brother. That's a brother. Let's go down to verse 8.
God, verse 8. And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the province of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people. The king's laws.
And he went and he cried. You understand? He went and blew the whistle. He's snitching.
Right.
He went out there and straight cried to the king like a little.
Right.
He went out there and cried to the king and said, "This man, there's some people out here that are not like everybody else, man. They all over the place, and they don't follow our laws. You understand? They got a different set of laws,
God.
and they're not following your laws, king. You understand? They're trying to hype the king up and gas the king to come do something to the children of Israel, man. He's trying to converse the king to destroy all of the Jews.
Right.
You understand? His own selfish plot that he wants done. He's trying to get the king on board to cause harm to the Lord's chosen people.
That's right.
Let's keep reading.
Right. Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them.
And he told the king, listen, they don't even follow what you say. Right. So you shouldn't even care what happens with them, man. You understand? They don't even listen to you. They don't obey you, king. You understand? He over there kissing butt.
Right.
He over there sucking up, kissing butt, brown nosing, trying to get the king to do something to the children of the Lord. Let's keep reading. We're gonna drop that at verse 11.
God. Drop down to verse 11?
No, so we're gonna drop
God.
We're gonna drop it at 11.
Verse 9. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed. And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those charge of the business.
And he ready to put a hit out on the children of Israel, man.
Damn right.
He said, I got 10,000 talents of silver, man.
God.
You understand? He's trying to put a hit out on the children of Israel, man,
right,
to destroy the Lord's chosen. Because he's a nasty, stinking, dirty heathen, and he doesn't like the children of the Lord, man.
Right.
He doesn't like this Mordecai cat. And he found out Mordecai was a Jew, and now he wants to charge him and all his people and get them destroyed. get them murdered. And he's trying to hire a hitman to do it.
God.
Let's keep reading.
To bring it into the king's treasuries. Verse 10. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hamathiah,
the Jews what?
Enemy.
Friend.
Enemy.
They're enemy, man. You understand? Enemy to the children of the Lord. And he's up there kissing up to the king, conversing the king to be on his side to destroy the Jews. Come on, what happens, sis?
I was looking at what's going on now about destroying the Jews. Generation, right?
From the beginning of time. Why? Because
Why?
they have a perpetual hatred.
I see like it coming. You see it coming now.
Right.
I didn't see it coming. I was in 19, 20 years old.
We was blinded. We was in the world and we was following after the things of the world, and we thought everything was sweet and everything was gravy, and we wasn't paying attention to the fact that we have real life enemies. That these oppressors and these other nations hate the Lord, so they hate his children. Wasn't paying attention to it.
It got worse.
It only gets worse. That's how it goes.
Right.
What they say, it gets worse before it gets better. It's true. That is true. It gets worse before it gets better. Let's keep reading them. Verse 11.
Verse 11. And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee, also to do with them as it seemeth good.
And he got paid for it. He said, I'm going to fund it. You understand? And I'm going to give you the people. And you do with them what you want to do with them, man.
Right.
Because what you told me, I'm on your side. They're not following my laws anyway. I don't care about those people. Who are those people anyway? You could do with them what you want to do with them, right? Let's drop down to chapter 4, verse 1.
God. Esther chapter 4, verse 1.
Salakia. And what he did was he went out there, he put hits out. You understand? He got the letter, because he had the king from the ring, just to catch them up what's going on. And he put the hits out, man. He went out there and wrote letters and sent them all through the land and let them know, listen, these people right here, they up for grabs. You can catch them and murder them and kill them, and somebody will get paid for it. If you kill a Jew, you'll get paid for it. You kill a child of the Lord, you'll get paid for it. And guess what? Right now, these dirty, stinking oppressors walking around this damn police department, murder and kill the Lord's children, and they get paid for it.
Right.
They get sent home on paid leave for a year and a half until they get in court and they say not guilty and go back to work. They kill us and get paid for it.
Right.
Nothing is new under the sun. Let's jump down to chapter 4, verse 1.
Esther chapter 4, verse 1. When Mordecai perceived all that was done, Mordecai rent his clothes and put on sackcloth with ashes and went out into the midst of the city and cried with a loud and a bitter cry.
And he knew that they was about to cause destruction and hell to his people, man. And he went out there and he cried. He put on his sackcloth and he cried, man. And he's crying to the Lord. What you gonna say, sis?
Now, our people is not obeying Christ. Christ won't save them.
If all people are not obeying Christ, will Christ save them?
Yeah.
I don't know who the Lord is going to save when he comes.
Right.
You understand? I'll guarantee you, there's going to be some people out there that have never read the Bible in their life, and the Lord will save them as well.
That's right.
You understand? The Lord will do what he pleases.
Right.
You know what our job to do? Is to follow these Lord's such commandments and hope and pray that we're worthy of being saved. That's it.
Right.
That's all we can do. But you damn right. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some people that are out there living their regular life, and the Lord is going to save them.
Yeah.
But let's keep reading.
God. Verse 2.
Salakia. Let's drop down to 4.
God. Esther chapter 4, verse 4. So Esther's maids and her chamberlains came and told her, her.
So now Esther, you understand? Remember what I told you? Esther grew up with Mordecai. They have a history. They know each other. They have a relationship. You understand? We don't know the nature of the relationship yet. Well, we do know the relationship. Did we pass it already? Yeah, we did pass it. I'm going to tell you what it is. You understand? Esther's father is the uncle to Mordecai, or Mordecai is Esther's father's uncle. However it goes, they're related. He's either her uncle, he's either her father's uncle, or her father is his uncle, but they're related. And they grew together. You understand? They grew up from young together. So she has respect for this man. She knows that this is a man that I know.
Right.
And if he says something, I'm going to obey it.
Right.
You understand? I'm going to listen. I'm not going to think twice about it. And this is the queen.
Right.
This is the lady who has servants and maids. You understand? She has maids and chamberlains that came and told her what was going on with this guy Mordecai.
Right.
Because she had people underneath her that work for her. And let's see what Esther does.
Then was the queen exceedingly grieved.
And she was angry and sad that Mordecai was out there in his sackcloth, you understand? Ranting and crying in front of the city for all the things that was about to come to his people because he heard what was going on. Let's get rid of it.
And she sent raiment to clothe Mordecai and to take away his sackcloth from him.
And she sent some clothes from him. She's like, yo, here, put this on. Don't go out there with that sackcloth. Don't wear that, you understand? Don't be ranting and mourning in front of these people. Here, put these clothes on. Let's get rid of it.
But he received it not.
But he ain't take it. You understand? He ain't want it. He ain't want to deal with it. He was doing what he was doing. He was stuck in what he was doing because there was purpose to it.
Right.
Let's get rid of it.
Verse 5. Then called Esther for her touch, one of the king's chamberlains.
And she called and summoned one of the king's chamberlains. You understand? This is how much pull and leeway and respect she has in here. You understand? This is how much respect she has here that she calls and pulled one of the king's servants to come talk to her, man. She's sitting up on a throne in there, man. She is the queen. Right. But she is obeying what Mordecai told her to do, man.
Right.
Being a nice, good, wholesome woman, man.
Right.
Let's keep reading.
When he had appointed to attend upon her and gave him a commandment to Mordecai to know what it was and why it was. Verse 6. So Hathach forth to Mordecai into the street of the city, was before the king's gate. Verse 7. And Mordecai told him of all that had happened unto him, and of the sum Haman had promised to pay the king's treasuries for the Jews to destroy them. Verse.
And Mordecai told him, you understand? He told his servant of the king that was sent by Esther what was going on and how they had put a hit out on the children of Israel, man. How the king's treasury is paying to kill the Jews, man, to destroy them from out of that city. Let's drop down to verse 13.
God. Verse 13. Then Mordecai commanded to Esther, Slakia. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther. Think not with thyself, Slakia, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews.
And he had to remind Esther, he said, listen, man, I know you're living a good, nice life up there, man. I know you're sitting up high, you understand, but don't for a second think that you will escape the judgment of the Jews because you're sitting in the king's house.
Right.
Because he made you a queen, because you feel like you're part of them. You understand? And he's telling her that as a friendly reminder. I'm not telling you that Esther was acting like that.
Right.
He just said it to her. So she's aware and remember who her people are. You understand? Who her people are and what was coming to pass for her people.
Verse 14. For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews. But thou and thy father's house shall, and who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as 15. Then Esther bade Mordecai this answer. Verse 16. Go gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan. Go gather together all the Jews that are
gather together. She said, go gather together all the Jews. You understand? Sound like Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1, huh?
Right.
You understand? Gather together. You understand?
Right.
Gather together. That's always been what we should do, man.
Right.
There's always been the answer to gather together. Oh, there's a hit out on the Jews. Go get all our brothers and sisters and bring them together.
Right.
Bring them together. You understand? Bring them together in that hedge, in that protection. Because there's protection when we together, man.
Right.
There's a sense of protection when we together. Let's drop that. We're going to go to chapter 5, verse 1.
God. Esther chapter 5, verse 1. Now it came to pass on the third day that Esther put on her royal apparel and stood in the inner court of the king's house.
Now, Esther, you know what I'm saying? She's a queen. She's a queen. She got maids. She got chamberlains. She went and put on her royal apparel and stood in the inner court of the king's house. You understand? And you couldn't just stand in the court of the king's house. Because if you stood there, you wasn't summoned there, and he ain't raised that scepter to you to say that's a right for you to come, you would die. You understand? The punishment for that would be put to death. So Esther going out there not being called in a lot of days, about 30, 40 days, she ain't been called up there. So she has no business to come here, but she knows she found grace and favor in the king's sight. You understand? The king loves Esther. He has respect for Esther. He made her a queen.
Right.
So she's trying her luck right now, risking her life, going out into the king's court unannounced. Let's keep reading. For her people.
Right.
Let's keep reading.
Verse 2. And it was and it was so when the king saw Esther the queen standing in the court that she obtained favor in his sight. And the king held out to that was in his hand. So and touched the top of the scepter. Verse 3. Then said the king unto her, What wilt thou, Queen Esther? And what is thy request?
And the king, him loving Esther as he did, you understand, because she was just so amazing, you understand?
Right.
She was just amazing. I can imagine how beautiful she then was, but she was just so amazing and so respectable and so honorable, man. You understand? You know how it is when you find that good, wholesome, virtuous sister. You understand? But you just respect her and love her. You understand? You just respect her and love her.
Right.
You understand? She can get whatever from anybody. You understand?
Right.
Everybody will help this sister out. You understand? That's the sister that be like, I need to move. And there's 30 dudes in front of the damn house trying to help this sister move. You understand?
Right.
Because she's a great woman. You understand? She is priceless. She's just beautiful and amazing and priceless, man. And Esther was one of those women. And she came into the king's court, and the king definitely raised that scepter. Like, oh, Esther? Esther, come.
Right.
Esther, come, Esther. Esther, get over here. What's going on, Esther? What do you need? Tell me what you need. Let's keep reading.
It shall be even given thee to the half of the kingdom.
And he said, whatever you need, I'm going to give it to you. You understand? What you need, Esther? Tell me what you need, I'll give it to you. Let's keep reading.
Verse 4. And Esther answered, If it seem good unto the king, let the king and Haman come this day that I have prepared for him.
And how could you not love this? She's so nice and well-mannered.
Right.
She's good at what she does. You understand?
Right.
She said, if it seemed good to you, if you think it's all right, come eat this food I made for you.
Right.
How can you be angry at a sister like that? Who don't want a sister like that?
Right.
Who don't want a sister like that? She done cooked dinner and said, if you want to eat, if you think it's all right to eat, come eat. Of course you're going to go eat. You understand? You want to say something, sis?
A lot of women out there today like that.
You said there's a lot of women out there today like that? Of course there are.
But this world is so corrupted, we're not on that grown, on that level to be who we're supposed to really be.
And that's the whole point of today's class, sis. That's the whole point of today's class. Which you're absolutely right. Let's keep reading.
Come, verse 6. And the king said unto Esther at the
verse 5.
Verse 5. Then the king said, Cause Haman to make haste, that he may do as Esther.
The king said, call that Haman cat, this cat that's over here hating on Mordecai, who hates Mordecai so much, that he put a hit out on all Mordecai's people. You understand? On all the Jews, on all the children of the Lord. The king said, listen, go get Mordecai, go get Haman, and tell him to hurry the hell up. Hurry up, run here, take a horse, do what you got to do, what Esther said we should do.
Right.
Because he loves Esther. He found grace and favor with Esther, you understand? He said, man, this woman here, this woman is different from everybody else. This woman is special and holy. This is a peculiar treasure. And we're going to honor her the way she deserves to be honored. So he told him to go find Haman and make sure he hurries the hell up and gets over here so that we can do what Esther said we should be doing. What you want to say?
Can the suppressor see that insistence?
Can the oppressor see how valuable our sisters are? Of course he does.
But it's like, it's a certain, I'm not gonna play no favoritism, but it's some type of spirit that is, I'm not gonna say what I'm about to say, that these women out here in the world supposed to have, and they keep us separate from them.
Separate from who's them?
You know, the sisters out there.
Yeah, you know what that spirit is? A spirit of self-dignity, a spirit of respect, a spirit of honor. Because the oppressor definitely knows how valuable our sisters are.
Right.
That's why he manipulates and coerces them into doing the wicked things that they're doing. That's why he promotes and pushes all the disgusting things that he pushes. And he got our sisters in the house arguing and screaming at their man. They don't need no damn man. Got our sisters out there eating box, disgusting things that they shouldn't be doing. Dishonoring themselves, chasing a damn dollar. You understand? He absolutely knows how valuable our sisters are. That's why he tries to destroy them.
Right.
So that they don't see the value in themselves. Come on with it.
What you're saying is so heavy because when we read Genesis with Eve and the serpent, that's what the serpent was showing Eve.
That's what the serpent
showed
Eve.
All the things that Eve could obtain only if she disobeyed her man.
You know?
And Eve liked what she saw. That's
right.
what she took up the
That's exactly what happened with the story of Adam and Eve. She went and listened to that damn serpent, the devil, who is still here.
Yeah, right.
He is still the serpent that told the Eve is still here. You know what he's doing? He's putting Nicki Minaj videos out.
Right.
He's putting Cardi B on TV.
Right.
He's having Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion dance naked on BET Awards. Right. The serpent is still here. He's still manipulating and tricking and deceiving our sisters right now. He's at the workplace deceiving our sisters right now.
Right.
You know what? You know what a sister like Esther would listen. Get your money. You know what I'm saying? Get the money because we need it. You understand? Do what your husband says.
Right.
You know how many sisters in this world right now will listen to what their boss says because he pays them, and you go home and disobey everything that comes out your husband's mouth?
Right.
You know how crazy that is? You know how backwards that is? Now we're reading about Esther, who was made a queen. Who was made queen. And she's not disobeying little Mordecai.
Damn right.
Little probably nobody on the scale in the king's eyes, Mordecai. You understand? We're going to get to that because the king had no idea who the hell Mordecai was.
Right.
But she did, and she never disrespected Mordecai. She never went against what Mordecai said.
Right.
For respect and honor. Let's keep reading.
Come. So the king and Haman came to the banquet that Esther had prepared. Verse 6. And the king said unto Esther at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? Even to the shall be performed. Verse 7. Then answered Esther and said, my petition and my request is, verse 8, if I have found favor in the sight of the king, and if it please the king to grant my petition and to perform my request, let the king and Haman come to the banquet that I shall prepare for them, and I will do tomorrow as the king hath said.
And this lady was so damn smooth in her movements. You understand? She was so likable and lovable and just sweet and tender and delicate and amazing and intelligent that she told the king, listen, if you want to help me, if you want to see what I need, Just come to the banquet I'll make for you tomorrow. Just come eat again. Just come over here. Just come eat again. I'm gonna do it again for you. You understand? I'm gonna do it again for you. Then I might tell you what I want. So not only did she come the first time he asked her what she wanted nothing. And then he made her a queen because she didn't want anything. When she came to ask for a favor, she didn't even want to get her favor yet. She said, let me make sure I take care of you. Let me make sure you're all right. Let me see how I can help you first.
Right.
Let me help you. And after she helped him, he asked her, what do you need? Tell me what you... She said, I want to help you one more time. Let me get you another dinner. Let me get you another banquet. I'm going to help you one more time. Just bring him. Just make sure you bring him. You understand? There's a reason why she's doing this.
Right.
There's a reason why she's telling the king and being nice to the king and making the king feel like a big man and telling him to make sure you bring this guy with you. Make sure you bring this one with you.
Right.
You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 9. Then went Haman forth that day joyful and with a glad heart.
And he happy. He feel like he the man. He like, man, listen, man. We was at the exclusive party, man. We was at the VIP room. You understand? It was going down. You wasn't there. You understand? You had to be high up to be there. You understand? He's in a high rollers room. Let's keep reading.
But when Haman saw Mordecai in the king's gate, that he stood not up, nor moved for him, he was full of indignation against Mordecai.
I ain't seen Mordecai again. The brother he can't stand Mordecai, man. He hates the Lord's chosen people.
Right.
He can't stand Mordecai. He seen Mordecai and he was infuriated. He said, he didn't even stand up for me. He doesn't respect me.
Right.
And Mordecai, being a child of the Lord, he knows that he's better than him.
Right.
Why would I? Why should I?
Huh.
That's what we need to understand. You understand? We want to go out here and serve this oppressor. Sisters out here making these terrible decisions and throwing their lives away, throwing their households away, throwing their families away for what the oppressor says. You're better than him.
That's right.
And he knows that. And he wants you to not know that you're better than him. But this brother Malachi, he was solid and strong in what he believed, man.
Right.
And he knew he was better than that. You understand? And this woman, Esther, she's going to amazing. We're going to keep reading about this. Let's come on.
God, verse 10. Nevertheless, Haman refrained himself.
And he ain't do nothing to Mordecai. He held it down. But he ain't want to. Go ahead.
And when he came home, he sent a court for his friends and Zeresh, his wife. Verse 11.
Slakia, drop that. Let's go to 6 and 1.
God, Esther chapter 6, verse 1. On that night could not, and he commanded to bring the book of records of the Chronicles, and they were read before the king.
And what happened was this Haman cat, right? He went home and he was talking to his wife and all the people that he got, and he was so excited and happy about his dinner that he had with the king and with Esther. You understand? He was just bragging and running his mouth and talking about how special he is and how they couldn't do what he did. Nobody was there but them. You understand? The king was excited too. He couldn't wait to go to the other banquet. He said, this Esther woman, man, she's just amazing. There's no one like her. I've never met a woman like her. She's just great and amazing. And I can't wait to see what she got prepared for us tomorrow. He was so happy, he called for the records. And he started reading the records. Let's keep going.
Verse 2. And it was found written that Mordecai had told of Bigthana and Teresh, two of the king's chamberlains, who sought to lay hand on the king Ahasuerus.
Learning that the reason why he gave Haman all that power was actually based off something that Mordecai did. You understand? All this power and all this glory that this Haman cat, who hates Mordecai, who put a decree out with the king's permission to destroy all Mordecai's people, to destroy the Lord's chosen people.
Right.
He got all this fame and puffed up and looked at like he was great because of something that this man of God did.
Right.
Because of something that Mordecai did.
God.
Let's keep reading.
And the king said, what honor and dignity have been done to Mordecai for this?
And the king wanted to know, how did y'all pay Mordecai? How did you repay this man? How did you reward this man for saving my life?
Right.
For giving intel that saved my life? What have y'all done for him? What did you do to him? What did he get? Did he receive anything? Does he know how gracious I am? Let's keep reading.
Then said the servants king, Slakia. Then said the king's servants that ministered unto him, there is nothing done for him. Verse 4. And the king said, who is in the court? Now Haman was come into the outward court of the king's house to speak unto the king to hang Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for him. Verse 5. And the king's servant said unto him, behold, Haman standeth in the court. And the king said, let him come in.
And now he wanted to know who's responsible for this. You understand? Who's over this sector where this brother should have been rewarded? You understand? And it just so happened to be this brother, this Haman cat who hates Mordecai, right? So the king said, bring him in here. Let him come here and speak for himself, because I want to know why this Mordecai cat didn't get compensated. Why this brother, this child of the Lord, didn't get compensated for the great thing that he did to me. Let's keep reading.
Verse 6. So Haman came in, and the king said unto him, what shall be done unto the man whom the king delighteth to honor? Now Haman thought in his heart, to whom would the king delight to do honor more than to himself?
And this
Slakia. To whom would the king delight to do honor more than to myself?
And this Haman cat, he's so full of himself that he's like, man, listen, ain't no way that the king ain't talking about me.
Right.
You understand? Who can he honor and delight in more about? Who does he think is more important than me? He made me more powerful than all the princes that sit next to him. You understand? He has to be talking about rewarding me.
Right.
Let's keep reading.
Verse 7. And Haman answered the king, for the man whom the king delighteth to honor. Verse 8. Apparel be brought with which the king useth.
And so let me get your garments. Let me get them king garments. Let me get them nice fancy clothes that you put on. Let's keep reading.
And a horse that the king rideth upon.
And let me get your horse. You understand? Let me get your horse with all the armor, with all the gold and all the pretty nice things on it. Let me get that horse. I want to be. He's basically asking to be the king.
Right.
So let me get your clothes that you wear. Let me get your horse. Let me get your wife. Let me get your house. Let's keep reading.
And a crown royal, which is set upon his head.
Nice for his crown. He said, let me wear your crown too. Let me be you for the day.
Verse 9. And let this apparel and horse be delivered to the hand of one of the king's most noble princes, that they may array the man withal whom the king delighteth to honor, and bring him on horseback through the street of the city, and proclaim before him, thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delighteth to honor.
Now he had this whole parade mapped out for him, man. This whole ceremony of honor.
Right.
He thinking it's for him. Like we could do all of it. We could put him on the horse, throw your jackets on him, give him your crown. You saying deck him out, put your rings and jewels on him.
Right.
You understand? March him through the damn town. And we everybody just gonna praise him. But yo, this is who the king loves. The king delighted from this man. You understand? So everybody could exalt him and look at him like he's somebody. You want to say something, sir?
No.
All right, come on, buddy. Get me the next verse.
Verse 10. Then the king said to Haman, make haste and take the apparel and the horse.
And he said, hurry up, get that stuff. Everything you said is great. Go get it all, move fast, and do what with it?
And make haste, Slakia, and take the apparel and the horse, as thou hast said, and do even so to.
And he said, take all of that stuff that you said, all of that great things that you wanted, and give it to Mordecai.
Right.
Give it to that brother that you hate, that you're trying to kill. Give it to Mordecai the Jew. You understand? Because Mordecai did a great thing for me.
Right. Sitteth at the king's gate. Let nothing fail of all that thou hast spoken.
And he said, don't miss nothing that you brought up. Everything that you brought up, make sure all of that happens, but make sure it happens to Mordecai. You understand? The person who told about the information that saved my life. Make sure Mordecai gets all of those things. You understand? So let's drop down to verse 7, and we're going to start at verse 1.
Mordecai chapter 7, verse 1. Salakia. Esther chapter 7, verse 1. So the king and Haman came came to banquet with Esther the queen.
And now they're going to Esther's banquet, the second banquet that Esther prepared for the king. You understand? They're going to the second one because this woman is so sweet, so tender and delicate, and so lovable. You understand? Just so great to be around that she didn't even ask the king what she wants yet. This is the second time she's making a banquet for him and this Haman cat. You understand? And she's going to just feed him and cater to him, make him feel nice and warm. You understand? Welcome. And then she's going to ask for what she really wants. Let's keep reading.
Verse 2. And the king said again unto Esther on the second day at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition, Queen Esther? And it should be granted thee.
And he asked her, he said, yo, Queen Esther is so damn kind to me. You're so damn good. You can have everything. You can have anything you want because you're so damn amazing. You can have whatever you want. Anything you ask for, you're going to get it anyway.
Right.
Just tell me. Just tell me. You're sweetening me up too much. Just tell me what you want so I can get it to you. Because now he wants to repay her. He wants to do something for her because she does so much. She's just so great. He's like, I just need to do anything for you. What do you need me to do for you? Anything. Tell me, please. Let's keep reading.
And what is thy request? And it shall be performed, even to the half of the kingdom. Verse 3. Then Esther the queen answered and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, O king, and if it please the king, let my life be and my people at my request.
If I found favor in your sight, if you rock with me the way you think, the way you say you rock with me, you know what I'm saying? If you care for me the way you say you care for me, if you respect me the way you say you respect me, let me keep my life. You understand? And my people at my request. Let's keep reading.
Come on. Verse 4. I and my people to be slain and to perish.
And she said, because me and my people, we are in danger. You understand? Me and my people, my brothers and sisters, we are in danger. We have been sold to be destroyed. There's a hit on our head. You understand? Somebody seeks to destroy us and wipe us off this earth. Somebody seeks to cause us harm. Somebody wants us murdered. Somebody wants us dead. Let's keep reading.
God. But if we had been sold for bondmen and bondwomen, I had held my tongue, although the enemy could not contravail the king.
He's telling the king all types. He's telling the king to low down. He give her the scoop. She's giving him the scoop on what's going on, man. You understand? And this is the king she's talking to. She know how much power the king holds. You understand? And the king loves Esther. So surely he's not happy with what he's hearing. You understand? He's not pleased in what he's hearing. That Esther and her people are in danger.
Right.
He don't want to hear not sweet loving Esther. Not Esther.
Right.
Who's trying to harm Esther? You understand? When you got that sweet, delicate tenderness to you, man, you could cry and move a mountain. You understand?
Right.
There'll be a 1,000,000-man march coming down the block to see what the hell is wrong with you, sister. When you just be sweet and lovable, like the Lord wanted you to be, man.
God.
When you're obedient, like the Lord wants you to be, man. They said the second thing. They said the only thing more powerful than a woman is the truth.
Right.
You understand? The only thing more powerful than a woman is the truth. And that is absolutely true, man.
Damn right.
You understand? That is absolutely true. Only thing more powerful than a woman is the truth. You see you see history. There's wars behind a woman. Millions of people die behind one woman.
Right.
A whole damn war will break out behind a woman, man. Brothers is in jail. People get murdered. People get hurt behind a woman.
Right.
Behind a woman.
Damn right.
And surely, Queen Esther, he don't want to hear that there's damage or danger in the path of Esther.
Right.
In the near future for Esther. Who wants to hear that about that sweet, delicate, loving woman? That sweet, tender, lovable woman. Who wants to hear that? Let's keep reading.
Verse 5. Then the king Ahasuerus answered and said unto Esther, the queen, who is he?
So who is he? Who want to harm you? Where he at? Where he at? Let's keep going.
And where is he?
And where he at? Who is he and where is he? Because he's angry. He don't want to hear that. He don't want to hear nobody causing harm to his sweet and loving Esther. Let's keep reading.
That durst presumed in his heart to do so.
That want to hurt you. That got thoughts of hurting you. Let somebody even think about hurting you. It's going to be a problem. You understand? And that's how amazing our sisters are, man.
Damn right.
That's how much love our sisters have. And our sisters don't understand that no more, man. Our sisters don't understand how much love is there for them.
Right.
You want to say something, sis?
People don't appreciate good women. Some men don't appreciate good women when they see them.
You said some men don't appreciate a good woman when they see her.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true.
Right.
And it goes both ways. And some women don't appreciate a good man.
Right.
And the only thing that's good or bad is what the Lord says.
Right.
Not based on our own personal thoughts. Not talking to you, I'm talking to everybody. We in class, sis. You know what I'm saying? I want you to say nothing personal. But not based off your own thoughts. You're not good or bad based off what you say. You're not a good woman because you say you are.
Right.
You're not a bad man because you say you are. It's what the Lord says. You understand? Right. Do what the Lord says.
Right.
If you do what the Lord says, guess what? You're good. If you do what the Lord says, guess what? You're perfect.
Right.
So you can't be bad. Don't leave it up to yourself, because that's where the problem comes in. Because everybody thinks they're right. Nobody thinks they're wrong. Everybody thinks their point is valid and it makes sense, and everything they talk about is the most important thing on earth.
Right.
But do what the Lord says
and
follow what the Lord says, so that you can find yourself blameless. But let's keep reading, because this Esther sister, she's blameless.
Right.
She's following what the Lord says. She does what the Lord says. That's why this king, who's not even of her people, heard that they want to cause harm to her and her people, and he said, what? What he said?
Then the king Ahasuerus answered and said unto Esther,
who want to cause you harm? Who want to do something to you, Esther? And what else?
And where is he?
And where he at? Where he at? We outside. Where he at? Keep reading.
That durst presume in his heart to do so.
You got the thoughts of her and Esther? He ready to smack somebody for thinking they was going to do something to Esther.
Right.
You think you're going to do something to our sisters, you might get hurt, man. You know our brothers don't want to move around with their sisters, with their women. You know what I.S.U.P.K don't allow a woman outside with us like these other fraudulent camps?
Right.
Because the woman's home safe.
Damn right.
You understand? Because if anything happens to the woman, somebody's got to pay for what happens. You understand?
Right.
There's going to be pain and repercussions to what happens. So we leave the women at home safe because they tender and sweet and delicate.
Damn right.
You understand? And they need to be protected. And that's what we here for. You understand? He said, who is he? And where is he? They even think about doing you some harm. Right. Let's keep going. Let's get through this.
Verse 6. And Esther said, the adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman.
And she told him, she said, the enemy and the adversary, the problem, and the problem is him. He's the one causing all the problem. He's the one bringing up all the ruckus. He's the instigator. He said he's going to do us harm. This guy.
She set that dude up.
You said it was so lovely and so sweetly. You understand? Yeah, right. Like a good sister. You understand? Like a great, good sister, a good obedient sister. Clap it up for Esther. Right. You're damn right. Give Esther some love. You understand? Give Esther some love. You understand? So sweet and so smooth and so delicate, man. You understand? The scriptures say we gotta be what? As wise as a serpent, as harmless as a dove.
Right.
Esther embodied that.
Damn right.
She embodied that. She sat there, she served and made these brothers feel all welcome and loved, right. Making sure the king was taken care of because the king had more power. You understand? She didn't overstep her boundaries as a woman. You understand? She didn't try to assert authority. She never disobeyed what Mordecai said, right. But she always fought for her people. She fought the righteous fight for her people like a woman can.
Right.
She didn't go out there and grab knives and guns. She wasn't smacking brothers in the mouth. She wasn't punching people in the face. She wasn't trying to start fights with men.
Right.
She went out there as wise as a serpent and as harmless as a dove.
Damn right.
And buttered them up and buttered them up so nice and smooth
Mhm.
that they had to cook. You understand?
Right.
Yeah, cooked up that anger right in the king. Like, yeah, you know, it's just me, lovable Esther. And this guy right here wants to harm me. Who is this dude that came with me?
Right.
Right? Cut his head off. You understand? Let's keep going.
Right. Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen.
And this Haman guy, he's scared to death, man. He started peeing on himself, he panicking.
Right.
He in there shaking. He is frightened. He is frightened for them words that came out of Esther's mouth, man. Because first of all, they're true.
Right.
And he knows damn well he don't stand a chance
Right.
against lovable, special, never met no one like you, beautiful Esther. Surely the king will kill me for Esther. This is Esther. Let's keep reading.
Verse 7. And the king arising from the banquet of wine, and his wrath went into the palace garden.
And the king was so angry, he had to take a walk. He said, what? She's about to lose my mind in here. He went outside, got some air. You understand? Right. He about to do something. You understand? He angry. There's somebody trying to cause harm to Esther. Esther? Are you kidding me?
Right.
Let's keep reading.
And Haman stood up to make request for his life to Esther the queen.
Now this cat who was putting out decrees and had 10,000 talents of silver for people to go kill the Lord's children.
Right.
Now he's begging Queen Esther for his life. Now he's begging this sister, yo, please tell your man I'm sorry. You understand? Right. You know how it get when them damn people, them damn heathens out there talking crazy to our sisters, and they don't know that her man's in the car, and then he get out the car, and now he's so sorry, and he didn't mean it, right. And you got it all messed up because our sisters are beautiful and valuable, man.
Right.
Our sisters are priceless, man.
God.
They are priceless. They are very unique and rare beauties that the world doesn't have. You understand? These other nations don't have. God. And we love our women in here, man. And trust and believe. We will hurt you for our women in here. You understand? You'll get hurt messing with our sisters in here.
Ooh, we.
You damn right. Let's keep reading.
God. For he saw that there was evil determined against him by the king.
And he felt it. He felt that heat in there. You understand? You know when you know somebody looks like they got hot real fast in here, right?
Right.
He in there sweating bullets. Because all this trash and garbage that he was trying to build up and talk and have done, you understand? The night before the banquet, he went and got them ready. He went and put an order in to get ready to murder Mordecai. You understand? Right. He think he about to leave this banquet and go kill Mordecai.
Right.
He think he about to kill Mordecai, now he's about to die. You understand? Because Esther, being a great obedient sister, man, being a great daughter of Zion, had her people in mind. You understand?
God.
Had her people's best interests in mind. You understand? There's a way for our sisters to fight. There's a way for our sisters to do the things that they can do, man.
Right.
You understand? Everything needs to be done with decency and order. And this sister embodied that, man. She excelled in it, man. She excelled in decency and order.
Yeah, right.
She never stepped out of bounds. She never portrayed herself to be a man. She never did nothing off. You understand? She followed that straight and narrow. And she did what she can do as a sister. And she did it perfectly, man. She did it perfectly. Because you can get a multitude of men to move with a sweet and delicate and tender woman. You understand? You get a how many times you be traveling out in the world? You be on a damn train of sun, you see some cat messing with a sweet sister. You understand?
Right.
And you can feel it on the sister that she's a sweet sister. And this is a sweet soul. That brother got to back up.
Right.
Whoever messing with that sister got to back up. You understand?
Right.
Brother or not. Yo, hey, listen, don't do that. Don't do that. You understand? You might get yourself in a fight messing with a sweet, loving, beautiful, tender woman, man. Messing with one of these daughters of Zion. You might get draped up out here in this world, man.
Right.
Even in the world, you might get draped up, man. But I'm telling our sisters, man, we can't live how the oppressor wants you to live. Because the ratchet woman, she's not getting that same love.
Damn right.
She's not getting that same treatment. That loud, disgusting, just whore ridden, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That woman's not getting that love, man.
Right.
But that sweet, tender, delicate woman, man, that sweet soul, that innocent, beautiful woman, she get a multitude of men to come to her defense, man.
Damn right.
Tell you, wars start behind women.
Right.
Wars, whole damn wars, start behind a sweet, tender, delicate woman. Let's keep reading.
God. Verse 8. Then a king returned out of the palace garden into the place of the banquet of wine, and Haman was fallen whereon Esther was. Then said they, will he force the queen also before me in the house? As the word went out of the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face.
Back in the room, this Haman cat, life. He was begging the queen for his life. You understand? He said, please don't let them do me like this. Please say something. Because her word is gold.
Right.
Her word is absolute gold. And because she said what she said, this cat is going to die. Because that's how beautiful and lovely she was.
Right.
And that's how much respect they have for her. That she said it and it is so. And now he done fell on the damn bed. And the king walked in and catch him on the bed. He said, and you trying to rape her.
Right.
Not only did you want to kill her and her people, you trying to rape her. And I'm right here.
Right.
Surely you want to die. Because you see how angry he got when she found out that somebody was trying to cause Esther harm. And now he's here and it looks like you're trying to rape her. Surely you want to die. You understand?
Right.
Let's keep reading.
Verse 9. And Harbona, one of the chamberlains, said before the king, behold, also the gallows 50 cubits high, which Haman made for the who had spoken good for the king, standeth in the house of Haman. Then the king said, hang him thereon.
And he got his foot stuck all in his mouth. You know? Against the Lord's chosen people, man.
Right.
For being evil and vindictive to the Lord's chosen. His foot got stuck all the way in his mouth, man. You understand? One of the king's servants said, hey, king, so look, this brother, he got a galan right here.
Right.
He was going to hang Mordecai. You understand? You know Mordecai, the one who said good things, the one who said the thing to save Mordecai.
Right.
Your man Mordecai. He said, oh, my man's Mordecai. Kill him then. You understand? He dies. Let's finish reading this.
Verse 10. So they hanged Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai. Then pacified.
And that's how the king stopped being so angry. Because Haman had got killed. You understand? On the same thing he said they hang Mordecai on. That's where he hung to his death. You
That's
understand?
right.
Hung to his death. Let's drop down. Let's get the next verse real fast.
God. Esther chapter 8, verse 1. On that day did the king Ahasuerus give the house of Haman, the Jews' enemy, unto Esther the queen.
And we did what?
And on that day did the king Ahasuerus give the house of Haman, the Jews' queen.
And he got the whole house of Haman, properties and everything he owned got turned over to Esther, this righteous sister, man, this beautiful, virtuous woman, man. She done got all of this dirty, stinking bums Haman's properties, man, and all his possessions and everything he's over got turned over to Queen Esther. Let's keep reading.
And Mordecai came before the king, for Esther had told what he was unto her.
And Esther told the king who Mordecai was to her. She told her, this is my kin. This is my family. This is my blood. You understand?
God.
She told the king. And the king already likes Mordecai. He already liked that Mordecai saved his life.
Right.
He said, man, this cat was really going to cause harm to the dude that saved my life. And to beautiful, loving Esther, he had to die.
Right.
And because he's dead, take everything he had.
Yeah, right.
Keep all of it. It's all yours. You can have it. It means nothing to me. It's better that you have it.
Right.
Let's keep reading.
Verse 2. And the king took off his ring, which he had taken from Haman, and gave it unto Mordecai. And Esther set Mordecai over the house of Haman.
And Mordecai ended up getting it, man. He got favor with the king.
Right.
And Esther, being a righteous sister, all the things that she inherited, you understand, all that property and land and servants and all that good stuff she got from Haman, who had a lot of things. You understand? He was damn near second in command, man. The king put him over all his princes.
Right.
You understand? He was above all his princes. And all the great things that Esther got, you understand? Not like a selfish, disgusting woman.
Yeah, right.
She gave it to Mordecai. You understand? She gave it to the man. She said, here, this is rightfully yours. You have it. You monitor it. You take care of it.
Right.
I'm just happy to help. I'm just happy to help you. I find grace and love and favor and joy and fullness in helping you.
Right.
You take it. I don't need it. I'd rather help you. That's more better. That's more fulfilling for me. You understand? This is a selfless sister, man.
Right.
This is a selfless sister. This is a sister that can get men to do whatever she needs done. Right. Whatever type of help. And I ain't talking about your filthy, disgusting minds.
Right.
You understand? I'm not talking about getting men to go buy, goddamn Birkin bags and red bottom shoes and all that garbage that you want. I'm talking about to get a man to help her, to get a man to protect her, to get a man to do give her a favor, help her move, you understand? Look out for the kid, whatever she needs done, you understand? Right. Real help. You understand? Come over there and tighten the kids up, real help.
Right.
Because she's so loving and beautiful and tender and delicate that men are going to move for her.
Yeah, right.
Men are going to want to help her, man. And you know what she wants to do? She wants to help men.
Right.
She wants to serve men. She wants to serve the Lord. She took all the things that she was awarded and gave it to Mordecai, man. Right. Gave it to Mordecai. Mordecai, who gave her orders from the gate, and she never disobeyed the orders Mordecai gave her. Being queen, being in power, having the power to say something to get a man killed. Right. And still obeyed Mordecai. And now Mordecai got his praise and his due diligence. You understand? Through the grace and mercy of the Lord, of course, but through the works of this righteous sister Esther.
Yeah, right.
Mordecai was looking like he was going to get murdered.
Right.
Esther wasn't having that. And she did exactly what she should have did. And was that great sister that she was supposed to be and looked out for her brother. You understand? Right. And they prevailed. They came out on top. You were saying something, sis? You want to say something?
I said some people don't want help. Some people don't want help.
I don't know those people. And those people that say they don't want help, they probably need the most help. I don't know those people. We all need help.
Yeah, right.
But let's drop that. What was that? Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, we was at verse 8.
Verse 8.
Sloppy, no, we was at verse 3, chapter 8.
Verse 3. And Esther to reverse that order, reverse that thing. You understand? Reverse that hit that was put out on the children of Israel, man. And of course, the king loving Esther, how he loves Esther, he said, of course you can. Here's my ring. Write the letter, seal it with my sealer, and send it out through the post. And make sure everybody gets it so they know if anybody causes harm to your people, they are going against what I said, and they will be in danger. You understand? She done got the king on her side, man. Let's drop down to verse 4.
God, verse 4. Esther chapter 8, verse 4. Then the king held out the golden scepter toward Esther. So Esther arose and stood before the king. Verse 5. And said, if it please the king, and if I have found favor in his sight, and the thing seem right before the king, and I be pleased in his eyes, let it be written to reverse the eyes by Haman, the son of Hamed, which he wrote to destroy the Jews of the king's provinces. Verse 6. For how can I endure to see the evil that shall come unto my people? Or how the destruction of my kindred?
And Esther being so damn smooth, man.
Right.
That's how she deal with people. You understand? She's like, how can I suffer to watch my people be destroyed?
Right.
Like, how do you think I would feel? And the king, like, man, listen, Esther, you are amazing and great. You are like no woman I've ever met. Surely you can have what you want. Right. You understand? Surely you can reverse that order. You understand? Reverse the order now. You understand? Get it done now. Because I'm on your side.
God.
You understand? Let's drop down to verse 11.
Verse 11. Wherein the king granted the Jews which were in every city to gather themselves together.
To do what?
Gather themselves together.
To gather themselves together. You understand? This is the answers. It's the answers. It's all through the scriptures, man.
Right.
Gather together, man, to be around that love. You understand? So our beautiful, loving sisters like Esther can be around warriors of the Lord, can be around their brothers, man, God. So that they can be protected.
Right.
So that they don't have to deal with no harm. So they don't have to deal with no enemies.
Right.
You understand? That's what the men are here for. I'm telling you, man, them type of sisters like Esther, man, you don't even know how valuable you are.
Right.
How much love and protection you have in the world waiting for you.
That's right.
Waiting for you. Just waiting for you. At your disposal. Let's keep reading.
And to stand for their life, to destroy, to slay, and to cause to perish, or the power of the people in province that will assault them, both little ones, and women, and to take the spoil of them for a prey.
And the king said, listen, man, y'all gather together and y'all protect yourselves. You stand for your life.
Right.
You understand? All the people that want to do you harm, you kill them and their women and their children. Right. You understand? And the same way he gave Esther all of Haman's properties, he said, you kill them, you take their stuff.
Right.
And you keep it. And you keep it and build your people, man. You understand? This woman made the king find favor in the children of the Lord.
Right.
Because she wasn't a selfish woman. She wasn't a selfish little brat.
God.
She wasn't a selfish little whore. You understand? Right. She wasn't out for self. She was out for the interest of her people. She was out for the interest of what the Lord said, man.
Right.
Out to make sure her brothers and her sisters was all right. Like a virtuous woman, like a righteous woman. You understand? Right. Damn, man. I need me an Esther. Let's keep reading.
God. Verse 12. Upon one day in all the provinces of King Ahasuerus.
We can drop that. We can drop that.
All right.
Let's get on 15. Verse 15.
God. In the same chapter, verse 8.
God.
Verse 15. And Mordecai went out from the in royal apparel of blue and white, and with a great crown of gold, and with a garment of fine linen and purple. And the city of Shushan rejoiced and was glad. Verse 16. The Jews had light and gladness and joy and honor. Verse 17. In every province and in every city, whither and his decree came, the Jews had a feast and a good day, and the land became Jews. For the fear of the Jews fell upon them.
And based on the system, man, she made it a better place to live, brothers and sisters, man.
Right.
She made it a better day for all her brothers and all her sisters, man. To the point where they were just happy and glad.
Right.
And partying and feasting, you understand? And people wanted to follow after the Jews. People started following the laws of the Jews because they were scared of what might happen to them, man. You understand? This woman was a great woman, man. She was a great woman. She wasn't no foolish woman. You understand? Our sisters need to understand that they could be great. that they are great, but they need to learn how to be great again, like Esther was, man. Learn how to be a helpmeet, like Esther was, man.
Right.
Instead of being these foolish women that the earth provides, man. Instead of being these foolish women that this world pushes out, man. Following after what these damn oppressors and these heathens are talking about, man. Instead of following after sisters like Esther, man. Instead of following after your people. Following after how you were. We need more Esthers in the world, man. Let's drop that and give Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1. We need more Esthers in the world rather than these type of damn women, man. You understand? Our sisters are lost, man. And our brothers are lost too. But today we talk about how valuable our women are, man.
Damn right.
Talk about how beautiful and amazing our damn women are.
So like you said, Proverbs
14 and 1.
Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1. Every wise woman builds
for a house, man. Esther, woman.
Right.
She built the damn house. She built the house to where all her brothers and sisters can live comfortably. Live without worry. Live without fear. Live without hiding the fact that they're Jews. Live without hiding the fact that they are the Lord's chosen people and they follow different laws and they was able to shine on how special they was, man. They was able to let it be known how special and different they were. She built that house. You understand? She never overstepped herself. She never disobeyed the orders. She built the house, man. Like a good, wise woman would.
Damn right.
Let's keep reading.
But the foolish plucketh it down with her hands.
But the what?
But the foolish.
But the foolish woman, you understand? The woman that don't want to do what Esther does, the woman that doesn't want to obey what the Lord says, the woman that doesn't want to be soft and tender and delicate and lovable, but rather be loud and ratchet and out there and whorish. You understand? Rather think she's a man and raise her hand to men and want to fight with men and want to be loud and disgusting and mean and wicked. You understand? The foolish woman, she plucking her house down, man.
Right.
She plucking her house down. She do it all the time.
Damn
all
right.
the time. Trying to assert authority over the man, looking through her man's phone, worried about who her man is talking to.
Right.
You understand? Disrespecting her husband.
Right.
Not obeying her husband. You
Right.
understand? And then what she does? She kicks him out the house.
Right.
And now the kids are doing what? Growing up without their father. And then what? She puts him on child support. And now he's in jail. And now he despises you.
Right.
Now he wants nothing to do with the children. You ruined your house. Come on with us.
Right. Because I was in the same situation too. And I wish that I was back with, as they said, my Lord. You know, I had this instead of this.
Right.
And they say not to regret something. Now I'm sorry, but now that I'm seeing what's happening and he was trying to shield me from it,
Right.
I'm like, damn, man, I should have just behaved myself.
And I'm happy that you say that, but you know what that also means? That you're growing. You understand?
Right.
And guess what? The Lord got a plan for you. So you just stick it on now. You endure to the end. You understand? Because the Lord got a plan for you.
And I was young though.
That's what we all did things. You understand? We all did things. But through the grace and mercy of the Most High God, we are forgiven from our old people. You understand? We have a chance to be new and be better and be righteous.
Solid.
And be solid. Damn right. You understand? But it said the foolish woman, she plucking down her house with her hands.
Damn right.
You understand? There's a bunch of things she does with her hands, man.
Right.
Put it in the man's face, touching him, going there, invading his space. You understand? She pluck it down with her own hands.
Right.
Instead of being a wise woman, instead of being as wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove like Esther, instead of being graceful, she plucking it down with her own damn hands, man.
Right.
Let's drop that. Let's go to Deuteronomy real fast.
Come on.
Let's go to Deuteronomy. We're gonna go to let me see if I want this one first though. Let's go to 28:54.
God. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
Hold on. You want to read that again, Bible Kushab?
God. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. Slap, you want 56, sir? Slap, you want 56?
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 28. Hey, most high Christ.
Yeah, it was like, oh.
Verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not venture to set the sole of her foot upon this and tenderness.
And that's the type of sisters we have, man. That's why it's in the scriptures like that, man.
Right.
We read about the curses, but this is how this was the norm. You understand? And all our sisters out there, man, it said that so that the tender and delicate woman, you understand, which would not eventually set her sole of the foot upon the ground, man.
Right.
Sisters getting carried around, man.
Damn right.
Don't do it. I'm gonna do it. Stay here. Stay here with the kids. I'll go do it. You stay here. I want you safe. I want you home because you are sweet and tender and delicate and lovable. I need you home.
Right.
I don't need you out there. It's not safe out there. You stay here. You understand? The sweet and tender, delicate woman who would not eventually set her sole of the foot upon the floor for delicateness and tenderness. You understand?
God.
I don't want you to mess up them pretty little toes.
Damn right.
Don't you get your feet down yesterday? Keep your butt on the bed, man.
Right.
Stay right there.
Right.
You understand? That's how much love they have for these type of sisters, man. That's how much love we have for our sisters. That's how much love so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indians have for so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian women, man.
Damn right.
That love only intertwines within each other.
Right.
You can't get that from another nation.
Right.
You can't get that from no damn oppressor.
Damn right.
You can't get that from no damn East Indian. You can't get that from no damn Arab, no African man, no whoever. The China man, whoever you want to run to, they're not going to give you what the so-called, what your family would give you, man.
Right.
What the people like you would give you, man. Because they don't understand you how we understand you. You understand? Right. They can't even deal with you. As soon as you get a little attitude, they calling the cops and they're kicking you out. They're scared of you. You understand? We like that attitude. We like that spicy. We like that attitude, man. Attitude is beautiful, man.
Damn right.
Keep all that attitude, but shut up. You understand? You keep all of it, but shut up. You understand? We love that. We love all women over here, man. It says the sweet and tender, delicate. Come on, read it again. Baba Kushak.
God. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not venture to set the sole of her foot. Delicateness and tenderness.
That's how our sisters was. How amazing they was. You understand? That's how amazing and beautiful they was. What they say though now?
Her eye shall be evil to her bosom.
But this is the curses, man. And we got to break these curses by following what the Lord says, man. All women are evil towards their husband. They hate their husband, which is outrageous. If you sit there and think about it, you lay down, open your legs, and gave this man all of your body. You understand? He done gave you babies, but you hate them. You can't stand them.
Right.
When did you realize you hate them? When did you realize you can't stand them? After the baby came, after you're done having all your pleasures and all your fun?
Right.
Now you can't stand them?
Right.
You understand? All women, we are cursed. And our sisters need to wake up and break the curses.
Wow.
Stop arguing and going against your man. Stop leaving your man because he has more. That's foolishness. You understand? If you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian woman, you should never, ever, ever, ever complain about your man having more than one woman.
Damn right.
Because if Jacob didn't have more than one woman, there would be no 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
You only here in existence because a man had more than one woman.
Right.
Because he had more than one woman bearing his children, we have a damn nation of people.
Damn right.
Why the hell would you be angry that that man has more than one wife?
Right.
How much babies are you going to have for him? You understand? Stop being so damn evil towards your husband. We need to break the curses by following what the Lord said to do, man.
Right.
If you follow what the Lord said to do, you would never even care or know that he has more women. Because you wouldn't be in his goddamn business. You wouldn't be stepping out of your place. You wouldn't be invading his personal space. You wouldn't even know, and it wouldn't even bother you. You understand? You would still get the same love because you'll be that tender, delicate woman.
Right.
Whose foot is too tender and so sweet that it shouldn't even touch the damn ground.
Right.
So you wouldn't be running up and down the town following him to see if he's going to another rib house. Because that sweet, tender, delicate foot would be up chilling and relaxing and doing something else. You understand? Right. You want to say something?
When a brother have more than one wife out there in the world, it's biblical, right?
No. Them brothers outside in the world that are not in the I.S.U.P.K, they are probably not doing it right. But that's the thing too. I don't know what the hell's wrong with our sisters, because you could have a brother out there in the world who's gonna have another woman that cheat on you regardless, or you could know that your man has multiple ribs. So when he's not home, you don't have to stay up in the middle of the night calling him 85 million times, wondering what the hell he's doing. You could know, oh, he's probably at Tasha's house. He's with the kids. You don't gotta blow your brain out, think about what he's doing. Come on with it, sir.
It's like you said, he's not doing it properly. He out there probably having threesomes with his wife and shit.
Right.
So he's not doing it according to the law.
Nah, he's doing it according to his own dirty, nasty lust.
Right.
So I'm not vouching for nothing that's going out there in the world.
Right.
But in I.S.U.P.K, commandments of YAHANNA, we following the law, statute, commandments of the Lord. You understand? And we gonna love all women. We gonna love all women.
Yeah, right.
Even when we can't stand them.
Right.
There's more than that.
God. And toward her son, and toward her daughter.
And don't think your evilness towards your husband don't affect the children.
Right.
You understand? You being evil to your husband and attacking him and making him to not want to be around and not be there, guess what? The kids pay the price too.
Right.
They want to see their father too.
Damn right.
You understand? They need their daddy too. You understand? Same way you was calling him daddy when you was getting your pleasure. They need their daddy too.
That's right.
We need to break these curses, and our sisters need to get back to being them tender and delicate women that the Lord intended for you to be, man.
Right.
And stop being these damn whores, man. Stop being out there and following behind all these damn heathens and doing what everybody else is doing, trying to be a new Nicki Minaj, trying to be a new Cardi B, running around on damn OnlyFans, showing your little stinking butt to everybody. You understand? You out here, you wearing butt pads when everybody believe you got it. You don't got it. You understand? You don't got it. Showing your butt to everybody, got all the angle and camera tricks in the world.
Right.
You understand? Just shut up, sit down, and let that man that love you.
Damn right.
And be appreciative. You understand? Let's drop that. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy real fast. Bubble shop. We're gonna stay in there. We're gonna go to chapter 22. And what verse is that? We're gonna go 22, 23, and 17. So lock it.
Wow. Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17. There shall be no whore.
There shall be no what?
Whore.
No whores
Of the daughters of Israel.
There shall be no whores of the daughters of Israel. You can't work in a strip club. You shouldn't be no damn bottle girl running around with a freaking thong on.
Right.
So every man in the spot can see your freaking butt. You shouldn't be on OnlyFans with your nasty X-rated pages. You understand? You shouldn't be on no social media. You shouldn't show your freaking body to nobody that's not your husband.
Right.
Nobody should know what those cakes look like if they didn't buy the bakery. You understand? Keep your cakes to yourself, man. Keep your cleavage to yourself.
Right.
Man. Keep your nasty little texts and thoughts to your husband. Don't be sharing these things, man.
Right,
you understand? Don't be sharing these things. Keep yourself to your husband. I understand when you give your body away and you act like it's nothing.
Right.
It's your freaking body. It's a beautiful thing. It's a holy thing. It's yours. You just give it away like it means nothing to you.
Right.
It's like there should be no whores of the daughter of Israel, man. Give a damn what these other nations are doing, because you don't even understand so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women. They following you.
Right.
They want to be you. They run around getting cornrows in their hair, getting them long cornrow braids. You understand? They putting fat in their lips.
Right.
They getting their chest and their back done. You understand?
Right.
Trying to look like you, trying to be as beautiful as you are. And you run around trying to do what they doing. Let them be disgusting, filthy, dirty whores, man.
Right.
They're damn near animals anyway, man. They don't got no say-so over nothing. They just go out there and have sex and do whatever they want to do. But you don't follow after them, man.
Damn right.
Don't follow after them, man. Be righteous. Be separate.
Ooh,
be beautiful and tender and delicate like the scriptures say, man. You understand? And you'd be surprised how much love is out there for you. How much a man will do for that virtuous woman.
Right.
They'll risk it all. They'll put it all on the line. Brothers do it for a neighborhood box. You think they ain't gonna do it for something that's only theirs? You're gonna get some real protection. You learn to be a virtuous woman. You learn to be a righteous woman and shut your damn trap every now and again. Right. You understand? And be quiet and do what your man tell you to do. You're gonna get all the love in the world. You will not want for nothing. You will never need love. I'll tell you that. You don't need no love. You don't need no protection. You don't need none of the things that you think you need. Because that's what they all looking for anyway. They all out there looking for confirmation, looking for attention. Want confirmation, they want somebody to tell them every 5 seconds how beautiful they are.
Right.
That's why they out there showing they behind everybody. Trying to get a tip, trying to get a like, trying to get reposted. You understand?
Damn
You
right.
are better than that, sister.
Right.
You are priceless, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian woman.
Damn right.
You are a valuable thing. So valuable that there's no price on you. Stop selling yourself. And with that, you're going to say shalom. Hey, shalom, Israel. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua brought a thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shema, thumb Ba'Shem Yahushua to the sisters. Love yourself, man. Love yourself and respect yourself.
Damn right.
Shalom.
Clap it up for the class.
Damn right. That pass it over. Peace, love, so far, shalom. Mighty man.